Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Tech Tips Tuesday. I'm Stephanie here in the Specialist Department. This week I'm launching a new series on Google Apps and their potential for enhancing classroom engagement. To kick things off, our first spotlight is going to be on Google Slides. It's so much more than just a presentation tool. Teachers can leverage Google Slides in various ways to boost engagement, organize your lessons, and facilitate interactive learning. I have some really effective strategies and sample lessons for you to view this week. So let's take a look. With presentations, we know that Google Slide is a presentation tool. It can create visually engaging presentations that structure lessons and provide key points and incorporate multimedia elements like images or videos or links for interactive experiences. And so that's kind of classically what we know Google Slides as being. Its word counterpoint, of course, is PowerPoint. With journals and reflections, digital journals can create a template. You can create a template with a slide for each day of the week where students can respond to prompts, or they can even record their thoughts or summarize what they've learned. You can drop a hyperlink into a video on Google Slides so that you can click and view. You can even embed it into the Google Slides. So teachers can organize these into topics or units, and so students can build a journal that grows along with them during the course. What I've included here are hyperlinks for various journals, and you can click on them and look. These are just examples of technology writing prompts. This would be a great way to use AI in your classroom to help you come up with various writing prompts. And then you can also allow students to create some writing prompts as well. In regards to reflection slides, it's really interesting to dedicate specific slides for students to reflect on what they learned after a lesson or a project. You can take some of their exit ticket information if they've reflected on it and include those in there. You can have prompts that are something like what was challenging or what would you do differently next time, and these reflections help to reinforce the concepts and foster that growth mindset. Of course, photo galleries are really fun. This is how I used to keep my slideshows together for the end of the year. I would just keep adding pictures onto Google Slides, and then we would just play the presentation along with music at the end of the year to view the pictures. Animations is something that's kind of relatively new. You can look at various types of animation. I want to focus on stop motion animation, where you create a stop motion effect by duplicating slides and then making just slight changes to insert an object's position or appearance on each slide. When it's played quickly as a slideshow, these small changes create the illusion of movement, and it's perfect for storytelling or visual explanations of processes. And so this is an example that I created. It's just a turtle animation, and so if we go in and we look, you can see the turtle here, and he's moving, and I'm just progressing through the slides, and you can see the turtle moving. We're here in North Carolina, so of course the Outer Banks has the protected turtles, and there they go moving into the ocean. So it would be neat to have the students explain this process if that's something that they view and learn throughout the year. With game boards, there's a lot of ideas for creating board games as well, and something that you can do is design slides where each choice links to a different slide with a new scenario or question, and you can hyperlink slides to go to various places within the presentation, creating a kind of engaging choose your own adventure experience. And so that's always fun for the students to do. I have some examples of puzzles here for you to take a look at. This is always fun because you can always create something like a matching puzzle where you have a picture and the word, and the students have to split the image, or I'm sorry, the students have to take the split image and move them on the page to create the animal or the word or whatever you want. I used pinetools.com to split this image. It's a free resource that you can use. You can do it horizontally, or you can even do it vertically. And then, of course, it's Halloween, so I put a little jack-o'-lantern in there, and you can use the tools to create an image, and then they can recreate what they see in the box. And so here's a Halloween cat, a scaredy cat, and so this is really fun for students to do. So you can do, of course, you can do matching puzzles, you can do sequencing puzzles, you can do jigsaw puzzles, or even hidden message puzzles, where you set up a puzzle piece that each part reveals a hidden image or a word or a message, and as students answer questions or complete tasks, they move the pieces to uncover the final answer or clue to the puzzle that they have been doing. So let's take a look. When we talk about flashcards and word sorts, flashcards are really neat. Google Slides has in their on their homepage of Google Slides, so if you go to slides.google.com, they have pre-done slides for flashcards that you can just kind of download and use. The students can replicate it in where they use one side for each flashcard with a question on the front, and then they click the link to flip it to the next slide where they can see the answer and they can quiz themselves. Alternatively, they can use the animations to reveal the answer on the same slide. So you can move an image from one side to the next side of the image, the word, and the definition that you're trying to learn. With word sorts, there are so many opportunities to use Google Slides with word sorts. And so there are category sorts, vocabulary word sorts, sequential sorts, prefix roots and suffix sorts for language arts. You can use these for science when you're talking about the life cycle or historical events or scientific methods. And you always can use them for vocabulary terms for any subject across the board. It would be really neat to categorize verbs versus nouns, or historical events versus cultural trends, or renewable versus non-renewable resources, and allow students to sort words into various categories. When we look at interactive activities and worksheets, there are a lot of opportunities because Google Slides is a living document. It's live updated and saves every 6 seconds. There are opportunities to set up review games like Jeopardy or Bingo on Google Slides, and it makes studying more engaging and helps to reinforce those key concepts in a more fun and kind of memorable way. Student learner profiles, I've featured this before, but I put it on here again because it allows students to create a slide deck about who they are as learners, and they can learn to follow a rubric as well as they're being creative. And so I've just incorporated the Google Slides project for learner profiles that I've had 4th grade all the way through 8th grade complete, and then there's an attached rubric as well for your use if that's something that you like. Of course, organization for group work and collaborative projects. You can set up Google Slides as a shared document where students can work on group projects live, and each student or group can have their own slide or set of slides, and it can encourage that collaboration as well as accountability. There are opportunities for students to create posters that can be downloaded as PDFs or JPEGs, and you can print those out and have students create collages and things like that can be printed. And finally, offline coding activities. These allow students to practice programming concepts without needing a computer. So you can have, one idea is conditional cards, and so you can use Google Slides to create conditional cards, like an if-then condition and a set of actions. So students can arrange the cards to practice logical reasoning and understand how conditionals work in coding. For example, you could have a card that says, if it's raining, bring an umbrella, and you can ask students to kind of create similar logic chains, and so there are some great opportunities for that. I hope I've given you some fun ideas for this week, and I look forward to talking with you next week about another Google app. Have a great week, a great Halloween, and stay safe.